6:15 in the morning. The dog does not bark, does not lunge, does not spin in circles. Most people think a good dog is born that way. They are not. What you are watching is 240 hours of repetition, leash pressure conditioning, and a handler who has learned to be more patient than the animal standing in front of them. This is not a magic trick. This is not a TV trainer yelling into a prong collar. This is professional dog training, the kind that happens before sunrise, after work, and through every single moment in between. Today you are coming with me. From the first walk to the last client. From the dog that bites to the puppy that cannot sit still. This is the real day in the life of a professional dog trainer. No filters. No fake transformations. Just dog psychology, repetition, and the hidden case that most owners never see. Let's walk. Here is the truth that dog training companies do not want you to hear. 80% of dog training problems are not dog problems. They are human problems. The dog pulls on the leash because pulling has worked for 3 years. The dog jumps on guests because jumping gets attention, even negative attention. The dog barks at the window because nobody ever taught it that the window is not a television. Professional dog training is not about the dog. It is about retraining the human. I have walked into homes where the owners are in tears. They love their dog. They just do not know what to do. They have watched 40 YouTube videos. Tried 3 different trainers. Bought the expensive harness. The dog still bites. Still lunges. Still runs the house. That is why I do not sell a method. I sell clarity. The dog does not need more love. The dog needs a leader. And most owners do not know how to be one because nobody ever taught them. 18 minutes. That is how long this session takes. The dog is a 2-year-old shepherd mix. 65 pounds of muscle and 0 leash manners. The owner has tried everything: front clip harness, head halter, no pull harness, even a gentle leader. None of it worked. Because none of it addressed the actual problem. The problem is not the equipment. The problem is that the dog has learned that pulling gets it where it wants to go. Faster. Here is what I do instead. I stop moving the moment the leash goes tight. That is it. No correction. No yank. No sound. Just stillness. The dog pulls. I am a tree. The dog pulls harder. Still a tree. The dog finally turns its head and looks at me. That look. That is the moment. I take 1 step forward. The dog walks beside me. Loose leash. I reward. Step. 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 Dog pulls again. I stop again. By minute 14, the dog is checking in every 3 steps. By minute 18, we walk past another dog and the shepherd looks at me instead of lunging. That is not magic. That is timing, repetition, and follow-through. And it works. Every single time. This is the case that most trainers run from. Fear aggression. A dog that does not want to fight. A dog that wants to escape but cannot. So it bites. I get a call from a family. The dog has bitten twice. Both times, a guest reached down to pet its head. The family is considering euthanasia. The shelter will not take him. He is 7 years old. I walk in. I do not look at the dog. I sit sideways on the floor. I do not reach for him. I toss a single piece of chicken. He does not take it. I wait. 2 minutes. 3. 5. He takes it. I do not move closer. I toss another piece. Closer to me this time. He approaches. Eats it. Retreats. I toss another. 22 minutes later, he is sniffing my hand. Not biting. Sniffing. That dog still lives with that family. He has not bitten again in 8 months. Not because I fixed him. Because I taught them how to see him. Fear aggression is not a bad dog problem. It is a consent problem. And most people have never thought about whether their dog actually wants to be touched. Let me show you what is actually in my bag. Not a $200 e-collar. Not a vibrating collar. Not a spray collar. Not a prong collar. A flat leash. A 6-foot leash. A long line. A slip lead for control, not punishment. And food. Revolutionary, I know. Here is the truth. Tools do not train dogs. People train dogs. A prong collar on a confused owner is just torture. A flat leash on a skilled handler is a communication device. 85% of my work does not require any tool beyond a leash and treats. The other 15%? That is management, baby gates, crates, decompression walks. If a trainer tries to sell you a $1,000 package and a collar you have never heard of before the first session, walk away. This is the part nobody films. Not the dramatic transformation. Not the aggressive dog fixed in one session. Just a family eating dinner. A dog lying quietly nearby. That took 200 hours of training. Not dog training, human training. Teaching the owners to be consistent. To ignore whining at the table. To reward calm before calm was cool. Most people want a miracle. I offer something better. I offer predictability. That dog knows dinner time is mat time. Not because he was forced. Because every single night for 6 months, mat meant chicken. And now mat means rest. That is the secret. Dog training is not about stopping bad behavior. It is about making good behavior easier than bad behavior. You want the real day in the life? I get bitten. Not often. But enough. I get cancellations. I drive an hour for a 15-minute session because the dog was too tired. I answer messages at 9 o'clock at night from owners who are crying because their dog destroyed another couch. I also get the texts that say, he walked past a dog today without reacting. First time in 2 years. That is why I do this. This job is not glamorous. It is not a TV show. It is early mornings, late nights, muddy cars, and clients who ghost you after 3 sessions because they tried it once and it did not work. Fun, right? But the dogs do not lie. And when an owner finally listens, when the leash goes loose for the first time in 3 years, that moment is worth every single canceled dinner. You do not need to hire me. You do not need a $1,000 package. Here is what you can do tomorrow morning. 1. Stop moving when the leash goes tight. Just stand there. Wait for your dog to look at you. Then move. 2. Stop letting your dog practice bad behavior. If jumping works even one time, the behavior continues. 3. Reward the calm you want to see. Your dog lying down? Quietly drop a treat. Your dog ignoring a trigger? Yes. Treat. Your dog choosing to settle instead of pace? Jackpot. That is it. That is 80% of professional dog training. No magic. Just mechanics and consistency. Your dog is not broken. Your dog is not stubborn. Your dog is not trying to dominate you. Your dog is just doing what has always worked. Change what works. Change the dog. I have trained hundreds of dogs. I have fixed problems that other trainers gave up on. And I still do not know the answer to the most important question. What does my own dog actually think of me? Not the trained behaviors. Not the conditioned responses. Not the treats. Does she actually like me? I think she does. I hope she does. But I will never know for sure. And that humbles me every single day. That is the hidden case inside dog training. You can control everything and still never truly know what is happening behind those eyes. And maybe that is okay. Shadow Tales covers the real stories behind professional dog training. No fake transformations. No yelling. Just dog psychology and the patience to let it work. Subscribe for a new breakdown every week. The best version of your dog is already in there. You just have to be calm enough to let it out.